In this video, we will learn the concept of a spanning tree. A spanning tree is the most important concept in the graph theory. Uh, Basically, the major topic is minimum spanning tree. But to understand the minimum spanning tree, first we should know what is the spanning tree. The word span is basically has the meaning of something which is smaller than to the bigger one. Like we have a graph and we are taking the subgraph of that graph, so that subgraph can be considered as a span of that graph. The other thing is that and we can convert any graph into a tree, uh, just making the subgraph of that given graph. But the tree has some special constraint. One is that the tree cannot have cycle. The second is that if there are n vertices, so exactly n minus 1 edges are required to connect that to connect all the vertices. The next one is that there is a unique path to move from vertex A to any other vertex. So there is no possibility of any other path from moving from vertex A to vertex B. Just have a look this particular graph and you can find many spanning tree. It's spanning because this graph is having a cycle, so we cannot consider the graph is at this graph is a tree. So we need to make the subgraph. The subgraph means it can have less number of vertices and less number of edges. But we tell about the spanning tree. So in the spanning tree, the number of vertices will remain same as a original graph, but the number of edges can be less. So as in this graph, you can see the cycle is formed, but in the spanning tree, when we will make the subgraph of that graph, will not have any cycle. Just have a look. In this example, we have taken out this edge. In this example, we have taken out this edge. And in this example, we have taken out this edge. So all three are the spanning tree of this given graph. What is the minimum spanning tree? If all the edges are associated with the cost, and we have made the different spanning tree of a graph, so we will find the total of all those edges which have participated to form a spanning tree, and then we will compare it with the other spanning tree and we find out which of the spanning tree has minimum cost. So this is the way that how we can find that how we can differentiate a spanning tree with the minimum spanning tree. Just have a look. This is the weighted graph. All the edges are associated with the cost. And we have made the different trees. All these are the spanning trees. Like how many vertices are there? 5 vertices are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many edges we need to make the tree? The 4 edges are sufficient. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all edges, all three are the totally different from other one. Just have the way total of associated edges. So in this example it is 74, in this example it is 72, in this example it is 71. So as per these three example we can say 71 is the minimum, but we should be make sure that no other tree is possible which have the total cost of the edges in a spanning tree which will be less than to the 71. If it cannot be less than 71, then only we will say this particular spanning tree is a minimum spanning tree. Have look of this one more example. This is the given graph. We have made two spanning trees. One of the spanning tree has having cost 11, the second is having the cost 7. So we will say this is the minimum spanning tree of this graph. How we can find that? uh, there are two algorithms. One is Kruskal algorithm and one is Prim's algorithm. With the help of these two algorithms, we can find out the minimum spanning tree of a given graph. So friends, there are two algorithms to find out the spanning tree. First is Kruskal and the second is Prim's. So numbers are misplaced. So it is showing 3, but there are exactly two algorithms. So first we will consider the Kruskal algorithm. This is the algorithm which is given in the CLR, that is Coleman book of algorithm, and this is the algorithm which we can use for a normal purpose. Both are same, there is no big difference. just a way of writing, just a way of implementation. I have shown both, so we can understand this also. So let us understand this easier one. So the first, there are three steps basically. Now what is the first step? So sort all the edges according to their weight in non-decreasing order. If we say something is non-decreasing, it is as usual like ascending, but there is a difference between non-decreasing and ascending. If the two of the edges are having same values, so they will become together. So in the normal language we can say it is ascending order, but it is not, neither it is ascending order nor is it is an increasing order. So we will say in a negation mode it is known as the non-decreasing order. So it is as similar to the ascending. If you want to say, you can say that. So first we will sort all the edges according to their weight. Then we will select one edge, an edge, uh, in a way that no selected edge, we should select our edge in a way that it should not make a cycle with any of the selected edge that we have already previously selected. If any of the edge make a cycle, we just ignore that. We will not consider it as a part of the minimum spanning tree. And we will repeat this step for n minus 1 time. Meaning is that if there are n vertices, so we need to do this step for n minus 1 time. Because we need exactly n minus 1 edges to make a spanning tree. So have a look of this graph, a very popular graph. You can find it in many of the books, even many of the Google platform. So this is a table by which you can also do that. But right now we are not considering this table. If you want to do that, so I will explain you another video. So there is a way that how we can calculate the minimum spanning tree by the Kruskal algorithm, and that was the empty one, and here we have filled that. But I will show you the easier one method. Just have a look of this graph. It is the same as the previous one. So what the first thing we need to do, we need to write all the edges in a sorted way. Here we have done that. So the first edge having weight 1, the second two edges are having weight 2, the two edges are having weight 4, one edge having weight 6, the two more edges having weight 7, two more edges having weight 8, then 9, then 10, 11, 14. If the two of the edges are having same weight, so you can write in any of the order. No need to be worried. The two different students can have two different answers, but the total of the minimum spanning tree will remain same. So if you are writing Ci before then the Fg, the answer may be different, but the resultant value of both the spanning tree will same. So which of the edge we need to select first? So the first edge we can select without any doubt because it cannot make cycle. And the second edge we can also select that without any thinking because the two edges cannot make the cycle. But when we are selecting the third edge, then only you need to be worried. So just come here. We need the first edge with the minimum most weight we have selected. We have marked that edge with the red mark. Then we have two edges with the weight 2. This is 2 and this is 2. Any of the edge we can select. So let's suppose we have selected this GF, this IC. The third edge we can select with the minimum weight. So the minimum weight this time is 2. So we can select this 2. Now we need to find the edges with the weight 4. So there are two edges C and this AB. So let's suppose we have taken AB and in the next step we can take the CF. Still no cycle has been formed. What is the next edge having the this 6. This 6 is having the minimum weight amongst all remaining edges, but we cannot select this 6. If we select this 6, it will form a cycle. So by our eyes we can look at that. If we need to implement it in a programming way, then this I method will not work. Then only we will try to implement like this, and we need to implement this algo. But in data structure there is no need to make such things. No need to be worried about such things. So we are considering this example first. So we will not select this ig. Now find out, so this edge will be ignored forever. Now find out the edge which is having the minimum weight, this 7 and this 7. Now we cannot select this hi, because if we select this hi again it will make a cycle, but this cd we can select. So we are not selecting this 6, we are not selecting this 7, but we can select this cd. And after that selection of this cd, we can select this ah, which is having weight 8. Till now how many edges we have selected? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. There are 9 vertices and we have already selected the 7 edges, so only one more edge we can select. So the number of the edges which are remaining having the weight 9 10 14, this 8 11 7. So we cannot select this 8. If you will select this 8 again it will make a cycle. We cannot select this 14, it will make a cycle, but we cannot select 14 till 9 and 10 are available. So we will select the edge with the weight 9. If we will do that, so we will find out the cost of the all the edges after doing total of that. So if you do the total of all those edges, so it will become 37. So 37 is the cost of this spanning tree. So thank you friends, I hope this example is very much clear to you, and in the examination you can do it in same way. Any of the tree will come, any of the graph will come, so you can make step by step to show which of the edge you have selected. Thank you.